All right, so I'm on number 7 here, and I just want to reiterate that your first layer usually is the worst layer. Okay, I have my mask on, you may not hear me. The first layer is usually the worst layer. Do not beat yourself up about it. It's because we're going to add several layers on top that it will be smooth. And then here I did a whole bunch of 2B, and I don't like how you can see them overlapping. I'll fix that. But here I can't imagine doing only 2B, so I might step it up and do a layer 4B as well. All right. All right, so I got to number 7 there. And I like this value scale. Usually I have kids do it on a separate piece of paper, but this is good to compare. Make sure that those are about the same values. It's like that one might need to get a little bit darker. But when you get to the darker ones, this is where I get worried because some of you, I mean, it's been really hard to get to this point. It takes a lot of focus, especially to make it smooth. And then when you get to the home stretch, you're like, I just want to hurry up. I just want to finish, blah, 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 blah. And we can't do that yet. You just can't. You have to like rein it in. So this is 8. Now instead of doing the really smooth or like the I'm not putting any pressure down layer, I'm going to start putting pressure down on number 8 here. So you can tell a little bit of a difference. I'm still holding my pencil the way I was over here, but I am putting down some pressure. I actually started putting down pressure on 7. All right. I'm just nervous. I don't want you guys to jump too far ahead. Really, what I mean is I don't want you to get too dark too fast. That's when we mess up. Okay. So just focus on doing your first layer. I'm going to say it again. Your first layer is not your last layer, and it's going to look like poo-poo. All right, we just have to get something down first. So that was 2B. I'm going to jump to 4B. And you see here, this is where you should be holding it. Now I'm going to, I did that without even thinking. Now I'm going to hold it a little bit closer. My fingers are a little bit closer. My lines are going to get a little bit smaller, tighter, closer together. I'm applying some pressure. And it's nice to have this here because I know just, you know, as soon as you get to that value, you just go a little bit darker. Go back and forth, back and forth. And I hope you're going to get to a meditated state where you're really just vegging out. You have your shows on or your music on. All you need to worry about in the world is just making this a smooth rectangle. You don't have to stress out about things. This is when I realized in high school that this was my passion, because there was just a clarity moment where I truly could block all the nonsense out and just worry about keeping these lines together. And it takes thought in your head to go, okay, slow down your line. Go over that again. Go a different direction. Don't push so hard. Be lighter. Get an eraser. So pay attention to your brain and what you're thinking about this moment, not about the shenanigans going on in the world. Something as simple as coloring in a rectangle can be so therapeutic and good for your mental health. I sound like a hippy dippy, but so many people would just really benefit from finding something like drawing to finding something that will just let your brain calm down, your emotions relax. Okay? Now, do I think that's the best rectangle? Like, this is definitely darker here and different value here, and I'm gonna go over it and stuff. But it's something, all right? Now I'm gonna do pretty much the same thing here, but I would do another layer of 4B on top. Then when you get to 4B, I made this ahead of time because you know me, my brain's in 3 different places. I might start doing 6B and more 6Bs over here. Okay, so I'm going to time lapse it now because you don't want to see all that in real motion. But please, I know it sounds extremely like a hippie, but turn on chill music. Turn on your favorite TV show. Don't have any distractions if possible. Do this in your room or in a safe space in your house, and truly just try to focus on smooth application. Keep your lines together. Allow yourself to be vulnerable and relaxed, and I hope that in the end, whether the end result is amazing or not, you were able to find a relaxing moment today. So I'm going to pause this or stop this and do a time lapse. Let's talk about the last one, okay? The last one, I know that we just want to make it as dark as possible, as quick as possible, because we just spent all this time on all this. But what I do not want you to do, I do not want you to do this. Do you see that funky texture? It just looks so different than this. So do not crazily just push down as hard as you can. I know you want to, but don't do it. All right, I'm gonna finish this one up. It's gonna take me a minute, and then we'll talk at the end. All right, so here is what I think is my completed value scale. I could just keep going and going and going, but I need to stop. So the goal is for when you squint your eyes, if you can see every single rectangle separately, then you have done a wonderful job. Now, when I squint my eyes right here, it's a little bit light, so I'm going to come along here and just make it a little bit darker. And then right here, it's a little bit lighter. Make this a little bit darker. But it's very subtle, very small change. All right, so if you find yourself not at this point, you're frustrated and you're mad, you got too dark too fast, you still need more time to practice valuing on top of each other, I want you to do 2 more, okay? Keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing. So if you mess up on your first one, go to the next one and the next one. If you did perfect on your first one, I want you to do at least 1 more, okay? So you need to take a picture of this one and a picture of this page for today's assignment, okay? I hope you were able to find a Zen moment. I hope you were able to slow your scribbles, calm down, relax for a little bit, and I will see you soon.